me cater to you. Let me cater to you. Let me cater to you. I wanna let you know, girl, that you live and I am what you do. I want me to reassure you, my life will be purpose without you. If I want it, I'm gonna ask you. Flying into you, challenge me for the better for you. Let me cater to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. And I am so glad you are here today with me. And we're going to talk about something and everything. We're going to get into it. But I just wanted to say hello, and hopefully each and every one of you all are doing fantastic. Welcome back. That's the next thing I have to tell y'all. Welcome back, and welcome back to the channel. Then you had to come over here. You sure did. But you were like, let me go see what they're talking about. I know she ain't talking about nothing but a piece of shit. But it's something. And I'm going to go on over there and get me my little kikis and my little ha-has. Okay? But don't forget, as you come into the house, or when you leave in the house, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Come off that fence, come off that curb, come from in the bushes. Just come on into the house. And I say, welcome to my YouTube family. Okay? But as we always have to say, like, share, and subscribe, and comment. I like the comments, even though y'all be coming for a sister, but it is what it is. That is my channel. Okay? That's my original channel. And this is my second channel. All right? We need you all to go over there, do your thing, subscribe to the channel so we continue to grow. All right? But we know we have to use this fair disclaimer act. Everything we doing over here is alleged. Alleged. Get it into your mind. Everything you hearing over here at the house is alleged. Okay? Because we don't know nothing to be factual, because we too sorry to go into, just to go into investigating the situation. Unless it's just one thing that just picking at me, just gnawing at me, and I have to go see it for myself. But then that would be an exclusive. Okay? So, we don't get too much into those, but we got to have a talk. We got to have a conversation. We got to get into it, because this person that we're going to be talking about, child, child, I can't keep it undercover any longer. We got to talk about it. We got to have a conversation. And why don't we get right on into it? Hey, y'all, we're going to be talking about Karlissa, Blueface Mama, honey. Blueface Mama need to go sit her ass down somewhere, get her a glass of wine, and pay attention to her business instead of the business of Krishan, her son Blueface, and Jaden. I'm like, the shit she's spilling out on social media about Krishan knew this from the beginning. They were already a family, da-da-dee-da-da-da. Well, you know what? They over there playing house, because he ain't married to her and she ain't married to him. So he's community property. Okay? Or how they say, community dick. Because he gonna lay his pipe down and everybody whenever he choose to feel to do so. I don't know why Blueface reminds me of Snoop Dogg, and how Snoop Dogg cheated on his wife. I mean, the best thing that happened since I guess your favorite food. You know what I'm saying? But I really was appalled at what she was saying about what position Krishan could play. But yet you want to see your grandson, but you want to talk shit about his mama. That wouldn't fly well with me. It wouldn't fly well with me. And I definitely would have supervised visitation when it came to Blueface seeing the baby, Krishan, and the mama, Karlissa. They would have to have supervised visits. Because ain't nobody trying to be hearing no bullshit about Krishan being spilled to her son. And I was so glad, so ecstatic that she named him after her. And ain't that cute? Ain't nothing but the Lord, wasn't nothing but the Lord. But Krishan need to wake her ass up, and Jaden do too. This man is self-serving, and he's gonna make it do what it do for him. Not neither one of those women. Both women are pretty. Both women got sense. They just need to use it and stop thinking about, ooh, this that Blueface can get me. Ooh, that what Blueface can get me. No, go get it for your own self. Especially Krishan. I remember Krishan back in one of her videos, she told me she's gonna get pregnant again. I said, no hell, no way, no Lord, no God. Okay, you should not do that. Red flags everywhere. Like I said, maybe she was just talking out of desperation or whatnot, but I believe she would be a great, fantastic mom, but she's got to have some boundaries when it comes to Blueface as well as Karlissa, his grandmama, because ain't no man that I know would sit up there and ask I think his son number 4 or 5 maybe, is he gay? What kind of question is that? They gonna tell him, I would still love you, but I wouldn't like your position that you playing. But you gonna be doing the crip walk, your drawers singing. We seeing your drawers. I'm glad they weren't stained in the rain. Okay, I'm like, come on now. That signifies that you like to get popped in your ass, from what I understand. Okay? So, Karlissa, I don't think you did a very good job in making sure your sons were good. Because it seems like you're not in good graces with your daughter or your 2 sons. So, it tells a lot about the parenting you bestowed upon your children. But let's just listen to a little bit of what she was saying, and we'll get back with some more commentary. Or I might have to stop what she's saying to interrupt to give my opinion on what she said. Because, like I said, she's full of bullshit. This is a bullshit train going on. And I'm glad it happened the way it happened. She gave birth to the baby in Baltimore, her hometown. And she was surrounded by love, okay? Oh, but let's get into what stupid ass Karlissa's talking about.
And jeopardize when he possibly the person he might be spending the rest of his life with. So we gotta honor and respect when we put ourselves in these type of situations.
We ain't gotta honor and respect bullshit, okay? No, we don't. Because like I said, they playing house over there. And from what I understand, from what came out of Blueface's mouth, he said he can't get married. He don't want that type of contract in his life. So if there whoever woman he with, Jaden or Krishan, he's not marrying them. They can have all the rights of the wife or whatnot, but nah. They ain't walking down the aisle or going to no preacher. Okay, but we'll see. He might change his mind and do it with Jaden. But then Jaden got to figure out when he's gone, when he called himself on trips, business trips, is he really with Krishan? Or he's found him another random chick. Okay? That's something you're going to have to worry about, Jaden. And if he's not wrapping it up, he can give you any type of sexual transmitted disease. But, hey, you love Blueface. Go Jaden. Go Jaden. All right, Miss Stewie, as you call it.
Put ourselves in these type of situations, we gotta honor and respect the outcome. We gotta put on our big girl panties and realize we slept with a dude that already had a ready-made family, and he can't come over here and play like this, because that would destroy his foundation over there. So
she's stupid as hell. He ain't got no foundation. The whole house has crumbled down and has crumbled down and is in shambles. That's all it is, in shambles. So with her whole thing, she got to respect. Respect what? Respect what? Hell, he was living by himself in the house that he called himself built. Then he threw her out or asked her to go, meaning Jada, and he brought Krishan in. What kind of rotation are we in? But hopefully, with the love that Krishan is bestowing on her son, she would think twice about even having a friendship with Blueface, because it might end up with them being back in the bed, her getting pregnant again. It's all bullshit. And she definitely don't need to be calling herself doing some boxing overseas to make money. Like, girl, no, you have a son now. We don't want nobody damaging your brain or giving you a concussion or whatever. All right? No, you need to find something else to do to support your child. And hopefully, like I said, the child has put he's in a good position where he's going to take precedence, meaning he's going to be, well, God should be first in her life and he should be second. But she need to pay more attention to her spirituality, who she know her God is, and the baby. That's all in that order. Okay, we're moving on.
Respect it. You gotta respect his decisions in life, because just like she had a right to choose, he got a right to choose too. Now, do that mean he don't love his child? Absolutely not. That do not mean he don't love his child. Blue ain't obligated to be the birth, didn't even want the baby. And that's why I said we gotta, as women, we gotta respect, because just like if she would have said she didn't want the baby, we have to respect the woman's or the man's rights to choose. Now, he gonna be a daddy, but he wasn't finna be her man in that room and jeopardize what he possibly, the person he might be spending the rest of his life with. So we gotta honor and respect when we put ourselves in these type of situations. We gotta honor and respect the outcome. We gotta put on our big girl panties and realize we slept with a dude that already had a ready-made family, and he can't come over here and play like this, because that would destroy his foundation over there. So he can't come over here and play house with this baby. If she want me to pull up and be on his behalf until he get there, I got you. But he can't go against a person that's had him for the last 10 years. It's bigger than that. So y'all got to understand that. You got to respect it. You got to respect his decisions in life, because just like she had a right to choose, he got a right to choose too. Now, do that mean he don't love his child? Absolutely not. It do not mean.
Well, you know what, Karlissa? His ass shouldn't have been in some type of situation where he told Krishan that he wanted to have a baby with her. He said it, and then he reneged. He took it back. And she had already said she done had several aborted babies by this dude. So technically, he really had, 3 or 4 by Krishan? Because he always, at the end, asked her to abort the baby. And she did. But this time, I don't know what happened. Maybe she found Jesus and she had a coming to a Jesus moment. And she said, no, I'm not going to abort this baby. I am going to be for this baby. This baby's going to be for me, and I be to the baby. Though she had a rocky road getting to the point of giving birth, because she was at the latter stage where it would have been very dangerous for her to abort the baby. And I'm like, girl, you're going to be tied to him anyway, because y'all are soul ties. You done been with him in bed. So you're going to carry that energy that he has for you. So, it's cool to have your first love, your first crush, whatever. But when shit hit the fan, where you're responsible for another human being and the raising of that human being, the formation of that human being, the environment of that human being, with great situations come great educations. All right? Now I'll let y'all think about that. That was kind of deep and poetic, wasn't it? I know it was. They'll be over here trying to shoot the shits and chew the fat with y'all, but be dropping good nuggets. But yeah, Blueface just don't have both of them, and he won't admit it to either one of them, but he want both of them. He wish he could have a trio going around there. Because the shit that Karlissa was saying out her mouth was total trash. And in my book, she's total trash. Who would want to be in an environment and family dynamics such as Blueface family, his biological family? Blueface and the other son don't like their mother. They don't like her. Her daughter don't like her. Karlissa is who I'm talking about. Because she's trying to go hard for Jaden. Just because they were high school lovers, high school whatever. How many women before Krishan came in the picture that he was dogging her out, being with? And he, coming back saying, I'm sorry. He know he done bought and paid for Jaden. He knows this. But Jaden better realize something Blueface's bad points. Like he be talking that gay stuff to his son, who really don't even know what gay is. He don't even have the capacity of thinking or knowing what gay is in our environment, our lifestyles, our communities, the world. Okay? But this is the kind of shit he's spewing out to his son. Then he's going partying all the times of the night, getting drunk. I really think, allegedly, he has a drinking problem. And he has a smoking problem. And I'm not talking about the ooh-wee. You know, it could be the ones he just sniff up his nose. But the boy's hooked. He only cares about what he feels he needs in his life at this time. Don't give a shit about neither one of those girls. But one thing Krishan has over Jaden, she has drive. She wants to do better. She wants to position herself where she's up there. You know, but again, when you're trying to play in the realm of the music industry, it can go bad for you real quick. Especially if they wanting you to do something that's against your religion, your faith, your who you are, your essence. They're not gonna do it, and then they're gonna be like one hit wonders. So Krishan has to really, really think deep and hard whether she wants to be in the industry to a certain level. Okay, because they'll let you go so far, and then that's pretty much where you're going to go if you don't want to get with their program. Which a lot of artists have definitely said hell to the no, 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 and walked away. They were just one hit wonders. The machine or the industry didn't want to put nothing behind them anymore because their visions changed of how, music was going to be transposed. So Krishan may be one of those types where she wants to be a part of that group dynamic, but hopefully she will steer clear of it, do what she can, because right now a lot of people are looking at Krishan. I mean, right now with the baby, she can, people are so interested in her and her environment and her background, they would put Krishan and the baby on TV and say, watch me, watch me. Hell, Krishan could start her own YouTube channel and say, watch me and Krishan get it going on. Okay, we're moving and grooving throughout our day. Like a little reality show that may be brought to her attention later on down the road. She's still trying to do music, which she said herself, music wasn't her first love. Rock, I'm not rock. What's his name? Blueface got her introduced to it in different, what do you call it? He's bringing it to her in a different way than what she was always thinking. Making music and being in the studio all the time because that wasn't creative to her. So we already know Jada ain't got shit when it comes to entertainment. She's better off being a housewife, taking care of her family, making sure, just be like a little Stepford wife, I should say. You don't know what a Stepford wife is? Go look up the Stepford Wives, and a movie or in the 60s or 70s will come on, and you will be well versed of what a Stepford wife is. Okay, so go partake of that one. But yeah, Blueface ain't shit. He ain't gonna be shit, and he ain't shit at this time. Not when it comes to relationships. Not when it comes to having a certain environment that you want to be a part of. He done got bought and paid for by the industry, and he cannot stand that Krishan is loved by so many. And he think he made her. He didn't make her. He gave her resources of how to get into the business, and this, that, and the third. But Krishan had all that to begin with. She was outgoing. She was driven. She loved making money. I don't think money right now, since she had the baby, is gonna be a big decision maker of how she gets down in Hollywood, or Hollyweird, I should say. But honey, I don't care if Krishan, if I was the man, got her pregnant. Excuse me, y'all. If I was the man that got her pregnant, And I did hear her say something about she didn't want me to be at the birth or whatnot, because she didn't know where she was going to be when it came to giving birth. But evidently she wanted to have it in Baltimore because she went over there for a rest break until they were touring again, the baddies. And again, do you really want to be a part and associated with the baddies, Krishan? Because that, these women, I don't know what they do. They just get in, congregate with one another, fight one another, cuss out one another. I mean, come on now. Is that all, Krishan, you want to be a part of the baddies? Shit. I was shocked me around the ideal position where they would pay me so much money to definitely let me have a show on my own. Let me give you all the ins and outs of my life from my perspective. And that's meaning covering her biological family. Just showing each and everybody what's what and how they contribute within her life. So yes, I would love to see her off the baddies and into motherhood with her son. Some kind of like a reality show. Because, like I said, if you're an interesting person, people are going to come watch you. They may not agree with everything you do or say, but you're entertainment for the masses. And that's what you, meaning the person that wanted to go out and showcase themselves, that's what people are going to see. So Jaden, she had to stay drunk to even have a good conversation with Blueface. And sometimes I believe he entices her to take several drinks so she'll be on the level that he's on. Because right now he just drinks too much, he parties too much, and he just throw his dick in and everybody, which is a bad thing, a real bad thing. But Jaden actually went to high school. She is her with her high school sweetheart, and I'm like, is he the only man you've been with, girl? Is he the only man you've been with? That tells a lot. That tells a lot. I mean, beautiful. Jaden is beautiful. We haven't seen her spirit real enough to qualify us saying, she's soulless and this, that, and the third. Because I did like when she said she would never want to have her man not see his child outside of their family. It wasn't to that degree of how I said it, but I wanted to give it to my fam. I mean, that's how I'm viewing it. It's just she don't want the relationship or him to veer off and do something else behind her back with Krishan. So I'm like, girl, how stupid can you be? Get out of the stupid category. When your man step out, he ain't your man. He's somebody else's man. You just have him for the weekday. And the other girls have him for the weekend. Y'all remember that song? When that SZA sang that song? You can have him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just want the weekend. Yes, honey. I don't know who sang that song, but that's what Jaden, Blueface, and Krishan are giving me. They are a trio of total mess. Now, if Jaden wants to set boundaries and he can't be around her, or if he's around her, he can't touch her, he can't, kiss her, he can't comfort her. She didn't want him to do any of that. When he was having to have to do the show that him and Krishan got together, I don't know how many more seasons they got that they have to partake of. It may get renewed for another season. So he's always going to be in her life, whether she like it or not. She might well deal with it. But it's his actions that is going to be the telltale sign. I mean, are you going to listen to your girlfriend, your baby mama, about not being around her unnecessarily because you got a family? You got a boy and a little girl over here. Uh-huh. Yeah, and my thing was, Jaden, why you didn't make your son or y'all son a junior? That's what got me going. And Krishan was thinking about, making Jonathan, Blueface is what they call him, make him have his last name. Because she was going to call herself, making him a junior, meaning Jonathan Jr., named after his dad, Jonathan. Okay? So, child, that's all I got for this video. I don't have any other things to say other than Karlissa need to leave her name. She don't need to put none of their names in her mouth and try to understand what they're going through from her perspective. Because each and every one of them, meaning Krishan and Jaden, could care less. They could care less. So, Krishan, do your thing, baby. Shine without this man. Set up parental visits or whatever and let it be.